Yo, what is good, YouTube? In this video, we got Pooh Shiesty's partner in crime, Bid 30, just got released. Bid 30, I heard Bid 30 passed him that Drake when he was doing the mission, yo. When he told Gucci Man, hey, sign that paper. I heard it was Bid 30 that passed him that Drake. So the fact that he just got released, what do y'all think, yo? What do y'all think? Hey, we about to take this little shot. I got the shot ready. I'm probably gonna take it like in between the video, or just sip on it because I'm already a little drunk. I ain't gonna lie. And we got a little joint rolled up. We got the Dro joint rolled up. I hope y'all enjoy this video, and if y'all do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe. And if y'all want to see these reaction videos every single day, we are live. Oh wait, I said that wrong. If y'all want to see these reaction videos, we are live every single day on the Twitch. I hope y'all enjoy. Let's get to it. Oh, I just stopped recording instead of starting the video.
Supposed to be getting released by Big 30 is supposed to be getting released by the feds today, and this comes not long after Pooh Shiesty's own dad was released by the feds.
This was 3 hours ago. Was he released?
Pooh Shiesty's dad is a rat. He's been informed.
Pooh Shiesty's dad already told him that, yo, it was Pooh Shiesty that had the mission. He wanted to do it. He didn't know nothing about it, which is crazy. Your own father, your papa, put you under the bus and make you, man, you gotta trust who you call your father. No, nah, but real shit. At the same time, if his father really didn't know nothing about it, he didn't know nothing about it, and you decide to break the law, that's your fault. Real shit.
For the feds for years, since 2007, when he cooperated in a dope case. He was involved with multiple murders, multiple shootings, and he agreed to cooperate in past and future cases. So, crazy. Sounds like he's gonna save himself in the situation, but Big 30, from what I've seen, might actually have a chance at beating the feds entirely. You want to make hundreds of dollars where you can up and get some Big 30 from the Pooh Shiesty games. So he didn't have to some free cash. Now,
he didn't even have to snitch, which is crazy, yo. He being the feds, not even having to snitch. Okay.
Shout out to the OG, the YouTube Godfather, Vlad TV, and he just confirmed Big 30 from the Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Man robbery case is getting out today.
Really?
You heard it here first. Now immediately everybody's gonna be like, 30. Oh, rat, snitch, this, that, da. Let's jump into the paperwork so y'all don't just start spinning conspiracy theories that aren't true. Now this document was filed today. This order addresses the government's motion to revoke the magistrate judge's order granting pretrial release to defendant Rodney Wright Jr., aka Big 30. Background: Big 30 is charged with a violation, kidnapping, and conspiracy to commit kidnapping for his alleged role in a conspiracy to kidnap, coerce, and rob 3 victims in a recording studio in Dallas, Texas. On April 6th, Big 30 appeared before U.S. Magistrate Judge Annie Kristoff in the Western District of Tennessee. Kristoff denied the government's motion to detain Wright and ordered Wright released on a $100,000 bond, secured by 10% with conditions including home detention, curfew, location monitoring, and travel restrictions. At the government's request, the judge entered a brief stay pending appeal of the release order to this court. So she granted him a bond, $100,000 at 10%, which means he only has to pay $10,000 if my math is mathing. He's gonna be on an ankle monitor. He's gonna be stuck in the crib, you know, whatever. But they put a stay on it, meaning he wasn't immediately released until this came through. Having reviewed the record developed by the judge, the court determines that the government has not met their burden of proof with respect to either danger to the community or flight risk. So what they just ruled is that nothing shows Big 30 is a danger to his community, and nothing shows that he's gonna jump on a plane, try to leave the country, go to Mexico, go to fucking wherever he could go. You know what I'm saying? They're saying we have no reason to believe we should be in fear of him being in society or
which is kind of dumb. In my opinion, yo, listen, if I was the law, what the fuck do you mean? Yo, he just broke the law. He knows he could be facing years. Anybody is a threat to go flee. We should take 100% precaution. We should take 100% every procedure that we need to, thinking they're gonna flee because, of course, they broke the fucking law. You think they're not gonna do it again and run away if they had the chance to? He's in jail right now every single day, thinking, "Damn, I'm fucked." And if you give him the chance to get out, I'm just saying the facts. If you give him a chance to get out, it's gonna look at it like, damn. Or if I was a criminal, I'm gonna look at it like, damn. Do I really think I'm gonna beat this? And in his mind, if he knows he did it, he's like, damn, there's a good chance I might not beat this because I know I did it. Let me just run away. They just fucked up. They just let me out for free. All right, bet. Not for free. He has to pay $10,000. But you feel what I'm saying? Like, all right, they just let me out. They just gave me a chance. All right. They don't regret that because I'm gone. And then just like Chase said, he's gonna go to whatever, wherever he could go. That's untraditional. That's, I don't know if I'm saying that right. That's, I'm probably not saying that right. That's like, they can't expedite it. Not expedite. Damn, I'm not saying that right at all. They can't charge him with something since it's not the same country. I forgot what the word is, yo. They can't make him go back to the United States. That's most likely what he's gonna do. If it was me, I would be like, nah. Anybody is a threat to flee the country. If they broke the law once, I don't know.
Trying to get up out of here.
It might sound like some corny shit, but
Big 30 is alleged to have retrieved a bag containing firearms that enabled the initial armed coercion in this offense. Now, looking back at the original paperwork, this would be surveillance video of Pooh Shiesty and his team of goons, including Big 30, walking into the recording studio. And this is specifically what the studio layout looked like. So everybody else was waiting out here while Gucci, Big 30, Pooh Shiesty's dad, and Pooh Shiesty were inside of this area. Now again, Gucci told Pooh Shiesty they could reschedule their studio session, but Pooh Shiesty requested to speak with Gucci privately. That's when those four men all went into this.
And as a businessman, you gotta think, man, what the fuck does he want to speak about privately? Like, hell nah. This guy just got out of jail. This guy on some bullshit. What the fuck do you want to speak to me about privately? I would have been like, nah, my security gotta be up in here. I would have had everything already out, pointed at him like, yo. Even though if that's my client, like, yo, that's just how we do business around here. Like, what do you want to speak about privately? Like, ain't no way, ain't no fucking way. But at the same time, comfortability. You feel me? Like he felt comfortable with his client. He thought shit was straight business, and he got robbed. Rather be safe than sorry. Always be safe than sorry. You might not need it, but think about it. You rather go 1,000 times not needing it but having it than one time you need it and you don't have it. It's just common sense. It's just common sense.
Room that we see right here. Inside of the control room, Shiesty produced purported contract termination, released paperwork from a bag, and told Gucci to sign. When Gucci declined, Shiesty became Shiesty, and the pair started to argue. As the argument inside the recording room ensued, Shiesty instructed Big 30 to get his bag. 30 complied, leaving the recording room before returning with the bag. Shiesty then pulled what appeared to be a black AK-style pistol from the bag, pointed it at Gucci, and demanded Gucci sign that paper. And there's that lyric, A30, pass me that Drake, or whatever the fuck it was. And this is what literally happened in real life. Big 30 went and got a bag, brought the bag back, Shiesty up that Drake.
Apparently you can go from 0 to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix Harmony. I don't know if this is going to be possible.
And that's what makes it so easy to charge it with it, because like the doofy, like a tough guy, bro went and talked about it right after. Like, That's literally how it went down. And then he confessed about it. Dude, dumbass shit.
So that's the first thing Big 30 is alleged to have done in this case. The second thing would be he also allegedly physically barricaded a door in the recording studio to trap the victims inside and recorded the coerced signing of the contract release paperwork. So Gucci, with a Draco aimed at his face, would sign the paperwork for Shiesty while Shiesty's dad and Big 30 stood by. Gucci was not allowed to leave the recording studio while he was held at gunpoint. Big 30 pulled out a cell phone and purported to record Gucci signing the paperwork while being forced to say that he released Pooh Shiesty. Now, once they walked back into the studio, obviously Gucci's cameraman and his friend were there. Everybody pulls out guns. They get to robbing everybody, and then this man and his friend. Now, once they walked back into the studio, obviously Gucci's cameraman and his friend were there. Everybody pulls out guns. They get to robbing everybody, and then this happens. As the altercation inside.
Do you just imagine that though? Like, well, just imagine you wake up, you're like, oh, we about to make some money today. We got Pooh Shiesty. We got Gucci. We about to go to the studio. We about to make some content. We about to, your ass go there. You get robbed. Yo, I would be so shitted, bro. I'll be like, yo, what the fuck, man? I'll be going home mad, man. I'll be like, man, ain't no fucking way, because I didn't want to stay my ass home. Now I got robbed. Now I'm not even up one. I'm down like 2. What the fuck? Oh man. Hey.
The control room.
It happens,
Big 30 walked over to the fact
that they thought it was on their way with this shit is crazy.
His body, preventing the victims from leaving. Gucci's 2 security guards watched 30 barricade the door and attempted to force their way into the control room, but were prevented from entering. With handguns drawn, the security managed to partially open the door, but recognized that they were outnumbered by the armed target suspects. So 30 was literally blocking the door, blocking Gucci's security from coming in. And apparently it looked something like this. Pooh Shiesty really had Big 30 ass blocking. But that's it. That's all of Big 30's contribution to this kidnapping case. Is he went and got a bag, some shit happened, and he apparently stood at the door.
Oh, it's right
now
here
the government suggested that 30 was armed during the incident, resulting in these charges, but lacked clear and convincing evidence to support this. The court agrees with the government that the nature and circumstances of the charges against 30 and the weight of evidence against him are very serious. However, the remaining section factors favor his release. So what they're saying is the accusations are dead serious, but the evidence isn't there. And because of that, and because he's not a flight risk, and because he's not a danger to the community, y'all need to let him out. Now 30 is 26 years old,
crazy, yo, which is crazy, but at the same time,
actively parents and supports.
At the same time, that's what happens with you have your rights. And if you keep your jacket clean, in other words, you keep your record clean. My bad, I'm slurring my words too much. If you keep your record clean though, that shit is it's gonna benefit you. You feel me? And when you do get in trouble, they don't see like, all right, he's not a risk to this. He hasn't done it before. All right, we can let him go on bond. And of course, because they don't have much evidence that he even, it's right now, it's really just, all right, Gucci is saying that Big 30 did this. Yes, that dumbass Pooh Shiesty rapped about it and said the same thing. Pooh Shiesty or Gucci, oh wait, what did he say? Big 30 passed me that Drake, which matches up with the same thing that Gucci said that he does. So it's kind of a little bit of evidence, but it's not enough. It's not enough. So they have to let him go. And it's like, and what helps him, what also adds on is he has I'm guessing he has a clean record. Because if it was me, and if I'm a judge, and he doesn't have a clean record, and he's a tough guy, gangbanger, and he's caught up with this bullshit, guess what? Your ass been put in jail, yo. No bond, yo. Ain't no way. But I'm guessing he has a clean record, so he's getting the benefit of the doubt. And that's why it's always good to to not be a goofy, to be a cornball, because it pays off. You know what I mean? You get in trouble once, it might be an accident. You get in trouble once, you didn't get in trouble before, they don't let you out. They don't let you, you know, get the benefit of the doubt.
Financially through his employment as a recording artist with NLS Entertainment.
But at the same time, he has videos of him
His
with
criminal
guns and
history
being
is
a
minimal.
gangster.
30
So I'd say
received
that
the
was
charge
me.
of reckless
If I'm a judge,
endangerment and unlawful possession of a
30
weapon
years,
for
yeah.
discharging a firearm on New Year's Day when he was 18 years old that resulted in judicial diversion and one minor driving offense in Mississippi. 30 has never been convicted of a felony or a violent crime. There are no facts in 30.
that's literally what I was thinking. I was like, all right, if they're letting him go, most likely his record's clean. That's why I was yapping a little bit. Like, of course, he has no felony. Even though he has video, what I just said, he has videos of him, you know, Dane being the tough guy, making music videos of him with the pole on him on the block, all that tough shit. He doesn't really have a record. He's never been caught for any of that tough shit. So they don't let him get the benefit of the doubt, real shit. Which is good. That's why you gotta keep your record clean.
History to suggest that he is a flight risk. Therefore, 30's history and characteristics do not support pretrial detainment. Conclusion: the court finds that the government has failed to establish that 30 is a flight risk or that the conditions of release imposed by the judge will not reasonably assure the safety of any person
3 hours
in the
ago.
community.
God damn.
Accordingly, the court denies the government's motion. The court
Damn, they signed this today, bro. Reacted to this today, dropped it today. I'm reacting to. I'm dropping it right after I react to
any
it. Fuck
stay
it.
of the release.
We gotta
order.
drop it today.
So the only things on 30's criminal history is driving recklessly and shooting a gun
Taking
off
the
in
shot.
the air on New Year's,
Actually,
which
hold
is
on.
like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
fucking
honest
taking
with
that
you,
shot.
that's like normal shit in the South. I mean, that's kind of normal anywhere, but in the South, it's more controlled because people tend to have more land. It's not that big of a deal. And I believe it's only a misdemeanor. And in this case, he got a judicial diversion, which is like, hey, you're going to go to this program, promise not to do it again, and it's all going to go away. 30 isn't even a felon, which means he can legally tow guns.
I got one challenge for you.
And that's good. If you keep your record clean enough,
I promise
like,
you'll understand why.
Of course, at some point, you get caught with something like. It's hard to not break any type of law. Like in the years of you living, it's hard to not break any type of law. But if you get enough, or if not enough, if you at least stay to the point where you're not a felon and you just keep your rights to, like, you know, keep a weapon on you, that's kind of good. Yeah? And if he's not a felon, that's surprising, but it's good. It's
Spade TV official. 8 weeks ago, they would post a source sent us exclusive footage of
for his
30
safety,
on the yard.
not for the
He was
tough
given
guy
a bond
act and
today,
shit.
but he is still in jail after the government filed a motion to keep him from being released. This is 2 still shots of him being on the yard, and people would comment, "Bro, look confused as fuck. He trying to figure out how he ended up in that situation." Someone else would say, "At least he ain't in PC," and someone else would say, "Somebody said that's how he stood at the front door." But again, my boy on the yard, that means a lot. So regardless of how he looks, I mean, you don't know if he's slapped, you don't know if this is his first time seeing the sun, you don't know how he's feeling. But he's outside. Not outside in society, but he's outside on that yard. And what that means is he's doing what a lot of rappers don't do.
And this is what you gotta think before doing dumb shit. This is the most freedom you have, yo. You see these big ass walls that's like 3 times your size, maybe even right now it looks 3 times the size because he's so far from me. He's just like 10, 15 feet from the yard or from the gate, maybe even 20 to 30 feet, you know? It's a bad video, I can't really tell. But if he gets close to it, that's probably like 4 or 5 times his size. That's the most freedom you're gonna get. Before you think, oh, this is cool, let me go do this, and it's breaking law, think about this shit. Hopefully you're not just reacting to a video. Hopefully you're not just watching this video for shits and giggles. Hopefully you're actually learning something. Before you go break the law, this is the most freedom you get. Now think about the food that you get. You can't even eat whatever you want to eat. You can't even, like right now, if I want to order food, I can order DoorDash, Uber Eats, anything. They get a limited choice. It's time to go outside. They probably did this for like 30 minutes to an hour. That's what they did. That's the most freedom they did. This shit is not worth it. and probably for some crime that they regret completely. You feel me? Like some crime that brought them what, a little bit of satisfaction, like a little bit of, maybe not even no satisfaction, maybe PTSD. It probably even brought them worse. It probably even, this shit's not worth it. Think about the shit that you do. If they was free, if they was outside this wall, they could order food. Like I said, they could go wherever they want. They could order some pussy. Like, excuse my language. If they swing that way, they could order some dick. But at the same time, like, they're already in jail. All they got is dick. Excuse my language. This shit is not worth it. Think about the shit that you do, yo.
He's not hidden in confinement. He's not in PC. He's
don't
not
be in
hiding
a
from
facility
nobody.
with a whole bunch of men.
He is 100% accessible to everybody in that facility. He's not ducking nothing. That's respectable amongst the criminal culture, the hip hop culture. You go to jail, you're supposed to stand on it. He's standing on it, so you gotta respect it, right? He really didn't do anything to be put in there.
They don't got no liquor in there. We about to take another shot. They can't even take another shot, yo. They don't got no Henny in there. They don't got, man. They don't even got no bud. They probably got K2. That shit's not even bud, bro. They think about the shit that you do, yo. They
go get it.
Their money is extra ramen noodles, extra chips, extra snacks and shit. That's their way of money, yo. They can't even really promote the that's not really gentleman light over here flexing money and shit. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving y'all examples, yo. All this shit right here is goofy activity, yo. But at the same time, in their heads, in their mentality, them doing the crime is cool and worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
But he's holding his homie Pooh Shiesty down, and that is important. Because Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty go back further than a lot of y'all realize. This post says Shiesty gets emotional that Big 30's still alive and with him today. And this was after they reunited, after Shiesty got released from state prison. And I mean, so it's like these two have been together for a long time. I can't really show y'all the rest of this video, but this is one of his day ones. He's not going all sad behind his brother. And if you live this type of lifestyle, that is the exact type of friend you want behind you. After reading everything, I feel like 30 might have a great chance at beating this case. If not, pleading out to a very minimal offense, because he really only did minimal things. It wasn't necessarily him that did any kidnapping. It wasn't necessarily him that forced anyone to do anything. What are you gonna say? He stood by a door? I'm sure a lawyer can come.
Nah, but at the same time, if I was a judge, I would instantly go for Rico. Yeah, you helped. You're guilty by association. What the fuck? You never heard of that before? You was in there. You passed him the gun. Hell yeah. This is a whole organization right here. A threat to society. If I was a judge, 30 years at least. Yes, they can actually. They made the law. He was there. He was there when it happened. He's guilty by association. That's exactly what did happen. You know, they might not have enough evidence, but if they push it to that Rico state, you feel me? Like it could get all of them locked up. How much you want to bet? I haven't watched the video, but in the video of Pooh Shiesty saying, "Hey, 30, pass me that Drake." How much you want to bet 30's in that video, yo? How much you want to bet he's in that video throwing up whatever, or just doing whatever? You feel me? And the judge should simply be like, "Oh yeah, guilty by association." That's why you gotta watch who you hang with. That's why you gotta think to everything you do. You can't just go around the earth leaving footsteps and not claim them, because it's gonna catch up to you, yo. Think about that.
Up with a nasty defense for that right
Guilty
there.
by association.
Let me know y'all's
it's a thing,
thoughts and comments in the comment section. It's 1090J.
It's not really like a charge, but I'm saying like they could get you for that shit. Hey, JW video. Damn, this is only 30, almost 30 minutes, 31 minutes. I was yapping a little bit too much, but fuck it, yeah. At the same time, you know, it's a W video. I hope y'all enjoy it. And if y'all did, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe. And if y'all want to see these reactions live, we live every single day on the Twitch, man. Tune in. The link will be in the description, right? My bad, now I'm slurring. I hope y'all enjoy, man. Later.